When I was a child, my grandmother often whispered tales of the old willow tree in her backyard. It loomed over the garden like a sentry, its gnarled branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. She warned me not to wander too close at twilight, especially when the shadows stretched and danced with a life of their own. I didn't heed her warnings, of course. Curiosity tinged with defiance drove me one summer evening to explore its depths, the twilight haze thickening the air as I approached. The moment I stepped beneath its sprawling canopy, a chill enveloped me, as if I had crossed an invisible threshold into another realm. The sunlight dimmed, and the warm tones of dusk seemed to dim, leaving behind an unsettling twilight that felt too intimate, too watching. As I ran my fingers along the rough bark, I could almost hear a whispering, soft, beckoning sounds that seemed to weave through the air like fog creeping along the ground. It was then I noticed something nestled in the roots, a small, tarnished locket, half buried and encrusted with earth. As I pried it free, an urge surged through me, a grotesque curiosity that perhaps, just perhaps, shouldn't have indulged. The locket creaked open with a whisper of hinges long abandoned, revealing an old photograph of a young woman whose eyes seemed to follow me, deep pools of sorrow imprisoned in a sepia tint. That night the air thickened in my room. The locket pulsed with a strange warmth as though it had a heartbeat of its own. But as I drifted into a restless sleep, the dreams came. They started subtly, with the whispers growing louder, rising like a tide. I could make out the words now, curses and pleas intermingled, a language both foreign and deeply disturbing. Faces haunted me, twisted expressions of pain and longing that melted into shadowy forms. A pair of hands reached from the darkness, clawing at the edges of my vision. When morning light pierced the room, I awoke with a start, the locket still clutched tightly in my palm. But it was now cold, its warmth withdrawn, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I wasn't alone anymore. Each passing day, the shadows in my home grew longer, echoing with the whispers I'd first heard at the willow. I finally understood what my grandmother meant when she warned of the willow tree. It wasn't just a tree, it was a door, and I had opened it.